Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut. And of course, this is the Baseball Hut, and you need to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I have a thing on this channel. It's called the special super thanks. And if you send me a small donation, I sound like Sally Struthers. You send me a small donation of $2 to $50. It goes into the channel, promotes the channel. YouTube makes some money. They recommend the channel and yada yada yada. So if you could do that, I'll do a shout out either on a video or on the community page. Someone sent me a thanks before. It says Brian. I'll post a picture on the community post, so you need to check that out. Always check out the community. I'm very active on there. But last week I did a clickbait video on the Baseball Hut 2 discussing how the Mets should make a trade for JD Martinez. Now your host is ahead of all this stuff. The Red Sox have been terrible. They were in last place for a while. They're now in fourth place. They are playing a little bit better. I watched part of the game last night where Trevor Story hit 3 home runs. It's good to see him coming around. Now, the Red Sox are an interesting team. Because of the 6 teams that can get into postseason, they're going to wait a long time to start moving pieces. So they actually have some interesting pieces on the Red Sox that could really interest the Mets. Like Evaldi, Pivetta. But I mentioned JD Martinez last week, talking about how the Mets should make a move for him. Now I have here from SportsIllustrated.com. Headline: MLB insider believes New York Mets should target this type of slugger. Okay, now who's the slugger? Could a certain Boston Red Sox slugger be a fit in Queens this summer? One MLB insider seems to think so. Joel Sherman said during his new podcast with fellow insider John Heyman on Tuesday that he thinks the Mets need a JD Martinez type hitter if he becomes available later in the season. Now, I have a question for Joel Sherman and John Heyman. If you're going to say after I bring up the fact that the Mets should make a deal for JD Martinez, you think you would credit it with your host talking about it, okay? Just because I'm not one of you in the media does not mean I do not get credit, okay? Quote, the Mets have a singular home run hitter and Pete Alonso. I think they need one more bat. Oh, you think so? Martinez could give the Mets a big bop to pair with Alonso in the middle of the order, something they've missed so far this season. Brandon Nimmo has been elite in all facets of the game. Jeff McNeil's gotten back to vintage form, and Alonso's really the only home run threat. And I've said this, Mets need a little more punch in that lineup. That's why I talked about Juan Soto the last couple of days. But it would be nice if the media had put any kind of thanks and send some traffic here. If they're going to watch my videos, you think they'd send some traffic. Now, think about Martinez. He's a free agent after the year. So if the Red Sox are out of it, in all likelihood, they're going to start moving pieces. They're not going to be hanging around. They'll just move on to next year. And they will. So let me know what you think about this video. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. And of course, send me a super thanks. I'll do a shout out either on a video or on in the community post. Either on this channel or on the Comic Book Hut. And that would be great. And I want to thank you all for coming by. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. And I'll see you later.